Having a half moon on your thumbnail means Zen story. The smallest things often have the greatest meaning. Zen proverb. Have you ever noticed a half-moon shape at the base of your thumbnail? Does it ever make you wonder why some people have it, while others don't? And if you do have it, have you considered what it might signify about you? Whether your answer is yes or no, this video from The Journey of Wisdom is for you. Because today, through the lens of a Zen story and the profound teachings of Buddhism, we will explore the hidden meaning behind this subtle feature on your thumbnail. Could it be a sign of something deeper, perhaps a path to inner clarity, or even a reflection of your unique destiny? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal a rare insight that could forever change the way you perceive yourself and the universe around you. But first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to deepen your spiritual journey with us. Number 1. Zen Story, the Half-Moon Mark. As the sun set behind the majestic mountains surrounding the Zen monastery, it painted the sky in hues of orange, pink, and violet, like an artist creating a masterpiece. A group of pilgrims from various parts of Japan gathered in the serene Zen garden, drawn by the opportunity to hear the teachings of the esteemed monk Tanzan. With his long white beard gently resting on his chest and his eyes glowing with centuries of wisdom, Tanzan slowly approached the crowd. Leaning on his wooden staff, he met each pilgrim's gaze with a calm, thoughtful look. His movements were deliberate, each step a silent meditation. "Welcome, dear pilgrims," he greeted them in a warm, embracing tone. "It is a great honor to share this time of reflection and spiritual growth with you." The pilgrims bowed deeply, their hearts filled with gratitude for this rare chance to learn from such a revered master. Among them was Kenji, a young merchant troubled by doubts and uncertainties about his future. The burden of responsibilities and difficult choices weighed heavily on him, leaving him restless and anxious. Also present was Han, a woman grieving the loss of her husband. Her sorrow had drained the color from her life, leaving her feeling empty and lost. And then there was Hiroshi, an elderly retired samurai who had spent his life serving his lord. Now, in the peaceful twilight of his years, he sought a deeper meaning to his existence. "Master Tanzan," Kenji began, his voice shaking with emotion, "we have heard of the spiritual significance of the half-moon mark on the thumbnail. Could you enlighten us on the mystery behind this sign that only a few possess?" Tanzan smiled gently, his gaze resting on Kenji as if seeing into his very soul. "The half-moon on your thumbnail, dear Kenji, is a rare and special sign. It is said that only 1 in 100 people has it." A murmur of surprise spread through the group. Han instinctively placed her hands over her heart, while Hiroshi, still standing tall despite his age, focused intently on the master's words. The pilgrims glanced at their own hands, curious to see if they bore the mark Tanzan spoke of. "Why is it so rare, master?" Han asked softly, her voice barely more than a whisper. "This sign," Tanzan explained, "indicates a predisposition to enlightenment, a unique connection with the universe, and a remarkable spiritual potential. Those who possess it are destined to follow an extraordinary path, leaving a profound impact on the world." "But what does it mean to be predisposed to enlightenment?" Hiroshi inquired, his voice deep and resonant. Tanzan sat down on a smooth stone, worn by time, and gestured for the pilgrims to join him. "Enlightenment," he said, "is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of growth and awareness. It is the realization of our true nature, the discovery of the inner peace and joy that exists within each of us. And those who have the half moon on their thumb," he continued, are particularly sensitive to the subtle energies of the universe. These signs act like spiritual antennas, able to perceive what is beyond the reach of ordinary senses. This sensitivity, he added, can manifest in various forms. Some may experience powerful intuitions, like sudden flashes of insight illuminating their path. Others may possess healing abilities, capable of easing pain and restoring balance. And some may have a profound understanding of human nature, seeing into people's hearts and minds as if reading an open book. Kenji, who had always experienced strong intuitions, felt a shiver run down his spine. Tanzan's words echoed within him like the sound of a distant bell. "But how can we nurture this sensitivity, Master?" he asked, eager to learn more. "Meditation," Tanzan replied, "is the key that unlocks the doors of perception. Through regular meditation, we can calm the mind, free ourselves from unnecessary thoughts, and listen to the inner voice that guides us towards the truth." Tanzan then shared the story of a young monk named Ryokan, who lived in a small hut on the edge of a village. Known for his kindness and deep compassion for all living beings, Ryokan once returned home to find that thieves had stolen everything he owned, leaving him with nothing. Instead of reacting with anger or despair, Ryokan wrote a note for the thieves. "I hope the things you took bring you what you need. If you had asked, I would have gladly given them to you. The night is cold, and I worry you might fall ill. Please take my blanket as well to keep yourselves warm." The thieves, deeply touched by Ryokan's kindness and compassion, returned everything they had stolen and sought his forgiveness. From that day forward, they became his devoted disciples, learning the ways of kindness and compassion from him. This story, Tanzan explained, reminds us that true wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by the peace within and the capacity to forgive. Those who bear the half-moon mark on their thumb are called to nurture these qualities and spread them throughout the world. Han, with tears tracing silent paths down her cheeks, dabbed at her eyes with a delicate silk handkerchief. "Master," she asked, her voice trembling with emotion, "how can we overcome pain and find inner peace?" Tanzan gently took her hand, his weathered fingers radiating warmth and comfort. "Pain is an inevitable part of life, dear Han," he said softly. "We cannot escape it, but we can learn to embrace it with compassion and transform it into strength." Meditation helps us observe pain without becoming overwhelmed, allowing it to flow through us like a river flows to the sea. He then shared the story of Kisa Gotami, a young mother who had lost her only child. In her despair, she sought Buddha's help, who instructed her to bring back a handful of mustard seeds from a home where no one had ever died. Kisa went from door to door, only to find that every household had experienced loss. Through this journey, she realized that death is an inescapable part of life, and that suffering is a shared human experience. This story, Tanzan explained, teaches us that we are never alone in our pain. When we share our grief with others, we find comfort and healing. Pain, when acknowledged and shared, becomes a bridge connecting us with others, a chance to cultivate compassion and empathy. Hiroshi, who had dedicated his life to defending his lord, felt moved by Tanzan's words. His mind, long conditioned by discipline and action, now opened to new understandings. "Master," he asked, "how can we find a deeper meaning in our lives after fulfilling our duty and discovering this mark on our thumb?" "Our true purpose never truly ends, dear Hiroshi," Tanzan responded. "As long as we live, we have the opportunity to serve others, share our wisdom, and contribute to the well-being of the world." He then told the story of Tsukahara Bokuden, an elderly samurai who had devoted his life to mastering the sword. One day, While traveling alone, he was challenged by a young, impulsive samurai. Rather than engage in combat, Bokuden sat calmly under a tree and offered the young man a cup of tea. Disarmed by Bokuden's unexpected kindness, the young samurai abandoned his aggression and became Bokuden's disciple. This story, Tanzan explained, teaches us that true strength lies not in force, but in compassion. Those who possess the half-moon mark are called to use their strength to foster peace and harmony in the world. By now, the sun had set, and the full moon bathed the Zen garden in a soft silver light. The pilgrims, inspired by Tanzan's words, felt a surge of hope and determination. They realized that their journey had only just begun, and that the half-moon on their thumbnails would guide them toward a bright future. But there was still a secret to be unveiled, a secret Tanzan had promised to reveal to those who stayed until the end. "Dear pilgrims," Tanzan said, slowly rising from the rock, "the half-moon on your thumbnail is more than just a sign. It is a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in darkness and confusion. Those who bear this mark are called to be guardians of that light, to spread compassion and wisdom wherever they go. You are destined to be leaders, not in the conventional sense, but by setting an example that inspires others through your kindness, integrity, and inner strength. The world needs you," he continued. "It needs your light, your compassion, and your wisdom. Do not be afraid to let your light shine. Do not fear standing out or being different. Your destiny is extraordinary, and the half-moon on your thumb is the seal of that destiny." The pilgrims listened in rapt silence, their hearts deeply moved by Tanzan's words. They understood that their lives would never be the same now that they knew they were chosen. They had received a priceless gift, a gift they were determined to honor and share with the world. If you've watched up to this point, you're already on the path to uncovering the deeper meanings behind the half-moon symbol in Zen philosophy. Comment below with Zen Journey to affirm your commitment to exploring these profound teachings. Don't go anywhere. There's still so much wisdom we want to share with you in this video. Stay until the end to unlock insights that will bring more peace and balance into your life. Number 2. Philosophical reflections and lessons from the story. The story of Master Tanzan and the pilgrims offers profound insights that we can all learn from, regardless of whether we possess the half-moon mark on our thumbs. Here are some philosophical reflections and advice inspired by the story that can help the audience find value and guidance in their own lives. 1. Embrace the journey of enlightenment. Enlightenment is not a destination, but a lifelong journey of continuous self-discovery and growth. This profound journey is similar to observing a half-moon on your thumbnail. It serves as a reminder that true understanding often lies beneath the surface. As Master Tanzan once illustrated, enlightenment is the realization of our true nature, and it is about discovering the inner peace that resides within us, no matter how turbulent the external world may be. Just as the moon gradually moves from one phase to another, so too do we evolve and transform through our experiences and insights. The journey is ongoing and requires patience and dedication, recognizing that each step, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, brings us closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As the Buddha said, "There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path." This teaches us that it is not about reaching a final state of perfection, but embracing each moment as a step towards inner clarity and peace. In our modern, fast-paced lives, it is easy to get caught up in the pursuit of goals and forget to appreciate the present moment. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection become essential tools to help us navigate this journey. Meditation calms the mind, allowing us to detach from the incessant noise of daily life and connect with the stillness within. Through mindfulness, we become fully present, learning to appreciate the beauty in ordinary moments and the interconnectedness of all things. Self-reflection helps us recognize our patterns, strengths, and areas for growth, fostering a deeper awareness of our true selves. As Lao Tzu once said, "Knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength, mastering yourself is true power." This wisdom invites us to turn inward, to explore our thoughts, emotions, and actions with honesty and compassion, understanding that the key to mastering our external circumstances lies in mastering our internal world. Moreover, in this era of digital distractions and constant demands, it's crucial to carve out time for these practices. Regular engagement in meditation, or simply spending a few moments each day in quiet reflection, can significantly transform our perspective and enhance our sense of peace. As we deepen our awareness, we begin to see the subtle truths that are often overlooked in the hustle of daily life. For example, the realization that much of our suffering comes not from external events, but from our own thoughts and reactions. This insight alone can shift how we respond to challenges, reducing stress and fostering a more balanced and harmonious way of living. Embracing this journey means being patient with ourselves and understanding that growth is not linear. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, our path will have moments of illumination and shadow. It's in those darker phases that we often learn the most, as they challenge us to look inward and find the light within. Reflecting on the words of the Dalai Lama, "Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace," reminds us that true peace comes from within and cannot be shaken by external circumstances. By cultivating a practice of mindfulness and self-awareness, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. So, to all those on this journey, remember that enlightenment is not about reaching some mythical endpoint, but about embracing the process of becoming more aware, more compassionate, and more connected to the present moment. Engage regularly in practices that nourish your soul, whether it's meditation, spending time in nature, or simply being mindful of your daily actions. With each step, you are not only moving closer to understanding your true self, but also contributing to a more peaceful and compassionate world. Keep your focus on the journey itself, for it is in the journey that we find the true essence of enlightenment. 2. The power of compassion and forgiveness. Imagine this. You have the power to turn even the most challenging situations into moments of growth and understanding. This lesson is beautifully captured in the story of Ryokan, a revered Zen monk known for his simplicity and profound wisdom. One night, thieves broke into Ryokan's humble home, only to find that there was nothing to steal. Instead of reacting with anger or fear, Ryokan surprised them with an act of kindness. He told the thieves, "You've come a long way to visit me, and you should not leave empty-handed," and then offered them his only possession, a piece of his clothing. As the bewildered thieves left, Ryokan gazed at the night sky and remarked, "I wish I could give them this beautiful moon." This story reflects a powerful truth. True wealth is not found in what we own, but in the peace and generosity of our hearts. When we choose to respond to harm or conflict with compassion instead of anger, we not only transform the situation, but also ourselves. It's not easy to let go of resentment, especially when we feel wronged. But, as the Buddha said, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful actions. but about freeing ourselves from the burden of negativity. It allows us to see others, even those who have hurt us, with empathy and understanding, recognizing that they too have their own struggles and pain. Think about a time when you held on to a grudge or felt anger consuming you. How did it affect your peace of mind? Did it bring you closer to resolution or only deepen the hurt? By practicing compassion and forgiveness, we can break free from this cycle of suffering. When we forgive, we open the door to healing, not just for ourselves, but also for those around us. It creates space for reconciliation and growth, turning what could have been a bitter memory into a source of strength and wisdom. Consider this the next time you face conflict. What if, instead of reacting with immediate anger, you paused and chose to see the situation with a compassionate heart? How might that change the outcome? This practice doesn't mean allowing others to walk over you. It means responding with clarity and kindness, setting healthy boundaries without harboring ill will. As Thich Nhat Hanh, a beloved Buddhist monk, once said, "Compassion is a verb. It requires action, a conscious choice to meet others with kindness and understanding." So the next time you find yourself in a challenging situation, remember Ryokan's story. Can you let go of your attachment to being right or seeking revenge? Can you see the humanity in others, even those who seem to oppose you? By doing so, you transform not only your own heart, but also the world around you. This is the true power of compassion and forgiveness. It turns obstacles into opportunities, pain into peace, and enemies into teachers. 3. Pain as a path to understanding. Pain, though unwelcome, often serves as a profound teacher, guiding us toward deeper understanding and personal growth. Han's journey through grief teaches us that while suffering is a universal part of the human experience, it also has the potential to transform us if we embrace it with courage and acceptance. This idea resonates strongly with the ancient story of Kisa Gotami, a mother devastated by the loss of her child. The story of Kisa Gotami highlights that suffering is a shared human experience, and through it, we can develop greater empathy and compassion for others. In modern life, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by loss, failure, or disappointment, believing we must carry these burdens alone. But just as Kisa Gotami discovered the universality of suffering, we too can find solace in the shared nature of our struggles. When faced with pain, instead of turning away or numbing ourselves with distractions, we can choose to confront it directly. This means allowing ourselves to fully experience our emotions, however uncomfortable they may be. By doing so, we honor our own humanity and pave the way for true healing. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." This doesn't imply that we should seek pain, but rather that we should recognize its potential to refine us, making us more resilient and empathetic. Sharing our pain with others can also be an act of liberation, not just for ourselves, but for those who hear our stories. In a world that often celebrates superficial happiness, expressing our vulnerabilities can be a revolutionary act. It reminds others that it's okay to struggle, that they are not alone. This creates a ripple effect, building communities rooted in mutual support and understanding. As we share our experiences, we transform personal pain into collective healing. A Chinese proverb aptly says, "A shared joy is double joy, a shared sorrow is half a sorrow." By opening up about our pain, we not only lighten our own load, but also offer others a space to do the same. In times of hardship, it's helpful to remember that pain is not the enemy. It's a messenger, urging us to look within and seek out what truly matters. It's an invitation to slow down and reconnect with ourselves and others, to practice self-compassion, and to extend that compassion outward. As the Buddha advised, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. This means treating ourselves kindly, especially in moments of pain, and not berating ourselves for feeling weak or broken. Ultimately, when we allow pain to be our teacher, we become more attuned to the struggles of those around us. We become beacons of empathy and resilience, capable of offering genuine support and understanding. So, when you next encounter loss or hardship, remember that while you cannot always control what happens, you can choose how to respond. Embrace your pain with the same kindness you would offer a friend. In doing so, you not only heal yourself but also become a source of light for others navigating their own dark times. Through this shared journey of growth and understanding, we all find our way to greater peace and compassion. If you're still with us, you're diving deep into the mysteries of Zen symbols. Comment "Inner Peace" below to show your dedication to understanding the hidden wisdom within. There's still much to explore. Stay with us until the end to fully grasp the significance of the half moon and how it can inspire tranquility in your life. 4. Finding purpose in every stage of life. Imagine you've spent your life working hard, achieving your goals, and fulfilling your duties. Now you find yourself wondering, what next? Is there more to life after I've accomplished what I set out to do? This is a question that many people ask themselves, especially as they reach new stages in their journey. Hiroshi, the character in our story, felt the same way. After dedicating years to his responsibilities, he was left searching for a deeper sense of purpose. Tanzan, his wise mentor, shared a story about Tsukahara Bokuden, a renowned swordsman who, after mastering his craft, discovered that his purpose continued to evolve. The story teaches us that our life's purpose is not something fixed or static. It's like the moon, constantly changing and growing. Just because you've completed one chapter of your life doesn't mean the story is over. There's always a new way to contribute, to share your experiences, and to uplift others. In Buddhism, there's a beautiful saying, "Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened." Happiness never decreases by being shared. Think about this for a moment. It means that your wisdom and kindness, the lessons you've learned through your journey, can light the way for others without taking anything away from you. Instead, it can bring even greater meaning and fulfillment to your life. What does this mean for you? It means that no matter where you are in life, you still have the power to make a difference. Perhaps you can mentor someone younger, volunteer your time, or simply listen and offer support to those who need it. True strength, as Tanzan pointed out, isn't about dominance or control. It's about nurturing others, helping them grow, and guiding them along their path. When we focus on lifting others, we find that our own lives become richer and more meaningful. Have you ever wondered how you can use your own experiences to help someone else? It's worth considering because sometimes the impact we have on others is greater than we can ever know. The ripple effect of one kind word or one thoughtful action can spread farther than we imagine. So ask yourself, how can I serve others with what I know? How can I share my light? Reflecting on these questions can open up new paths and opportunities, showing that every stage of life has its own unique purpose and potential. 5. The half moon as a symbol of inner light. The half moon mark on the thumb, often seen as a symbol of spiritual insight, is a reminder that each of us carries a unique potential to illuminate the path for ourselves and others. This mark, whether visible or not, signifies a call to embrace leadership through wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. It's not about possessing a physical trait, but recognizing that we all have an inner light, a source of guidance that can inspire those around us. This profound insight teaches us that our capacity to lead and uplift others is infinite. Whether we are aware of it or not, we influence those around us through our actions, words, and presence. Embracing your individuality means understanding that your unique qualities, your integrity, kindness, and resilience are precisely what the world needs. You don't have to be a traditional leader to make a difference. Leading by example is often the most powerful form of leadership. When you act with sincerity and authenticity, you set a ripple effect in motion, inspiring others to do the same. Just as a small flame can ignite a larger fire, your light, no matter how modest it may seem, has the power to illuminate the darkness in others' lives. In modern life, where distractions and superficial connections abound, it's easy to lose sight of this inner light. We might feel that only those in positions of power or those with certain traits are capable of making an impact. But remember the words of Mahatma Gandhi, "In a gentle way, you can shake the world." Your influence is not measured by grand gestures, but by everyday actions imbued with compassion and purpose. Being mindful in your interactions, listening deeply to others, and standing up for what is right are all ways to lead. So, whether or not you have the physical mark on your thumbnail, the true sign of leadership lies in your ability to shine your light in everyday situations. Supporting a friend in need, being patient in the face of frustration, or simply being present with loved ones. These are the moments that define your legacy, the moments that can change lives. As the Buddha said, if you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. When we embrace our role as beacons of kindness and wisdom, we contribute to a greater good, creating a community of light-bearers who collectively dispel the shadows of ignorance and suffering. Therefore, take pride in your unique path, and let your inner light guide you and those around you. The world is always in need of more light, and you have the power to be that source of illumination, whether or not it is marked on your thumb. 6. Trusting your inner voice. Trusting your inner voice is like navigating life with a hidden compass that always points you toward your true path. Kenji's experiences, along with Tanzen's guidance on nurturing this sensitivity through meditation, highlight the immense value of intuition. Have you ever had a feeling that something was right or wrong without any logical reason? That's your inner voice, often whispering wisdom beyond the reach of the conscious mind. It's this very intuition that can steer you away from choices that don't serve you and lead you towards those that resonate with your authentic self. In the words of the Buddha, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. By tuning into your inner voice, you can align your thoughts with your highest aspirations, creating a life of harmony and fulfillment. Taking time to connect with this inner wisdom, especially in moments of uncertainty, can be transformative. But how do we do this in the hustle and bustle of daily life? Meditation is one powerful tool. Just as still water reflects the sky clearly, a calm mind reflects your deepest truths. Even setting aside just a few minutes a day to sit quietly can help clear the mental clutter, allowing your inner guidance to emerge. Another approach is journaling. When you write down your thoughts and feelings without censoring yourself, you often uncover insights that were buried beneath the surface. And then there's nature. Spending time in the natural world can reconnect you to your own nature, reminding you of the simplicity and clarity that exists within you. But why is it so important to trust this inner voice? Often we look outside ourselves for answers, seeking validation or direction from others. While advice can be helpful, no one knows your path better than you do. Listening to your inner voice is about reclaiming your power and honoring your unique journey. When you trust yourself, you make decisions that are not only good for you, but also contribute to the greater good, creating a ripple effect of positivity around you. What if, the next time you're faced with a tough decision, instead of immediately seeking opinions from others, you pause and ask yourself, what feels right for me? Notice how your body responds. Do you feel a sense of ease or tension? Trust these signals. They're your inner compass guiding you. As the Zen master Dogen said, do not follow the ideas of others, but learn to listen to the voice within yourself. This doesn't mean ignoring wise counsel, but rather integrating it with your own inner knowing. So the next time you feel uncertain or overwhelmed, take a moment to quiet the external noise and listen inwardly. Whether through meditation, writing, or simply being in nature, find what helps you access that still, small voice inside. It's there, always waiting to guide you toward choices that not only serve your highest good, but also contribute to a more harmonious world. How might your life change if you truly trusted yourself? What new possibilities could open up if you let your inner wisdom lead the way? These are powerful questions to reflect upon as you journey towards a deeper connection with your true self. 7. Living with purpose and courage. Living with purpose and courage is a timeless lesson echoed in many philosophies, and Tanzan's final words serve as a powerful reminder for us to embrace our unique destinies, regardless of the challenges we may face. This teaching aligns with the Buddhist concept of dharma, which refers to one's personal path and duty in life. The essence of Tanzan's message is to not only accept, but also celebrate our individuality, using our strengths to contribute positively to the world around us. When we align with our true purpose, we are like a lighthouse guiding ships through a storm, standing firm and shining bright even in the darkest times. In modern life, it's easy to feel lost in the noise of societal expectations and external pressures. We may find ourselves doubting our abilities or shying away from opportunities to express our true selves, fearing judgment or failure. But it is precisely in these moments that we must summon the courage to step forward and be true to who we are. Just as a half moon on your thumbnail is a natural, unique mark of health, your potential is a unique gift to the world. When we embrace our own strengths and use them to uplift others, we become part of a greater force of good. This doesn't mean we need to perform grand gestures. Often it's the small, consistent acts of integrity, compassion, and honesty that make the biggest difference. Every smile, every word of encouragement, every time we choose to act with integrity, we add a drop of goodness to the world. Courage, as Aristotle said, is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Living courageously means facing life's uncertainties and adversities with a brave heart, refusing to let fear dictate our actions. It means being willing to stand up for what is right, even when it is not popular, and to speak our truth, even when it might set us apart. This is not always easy, but it is necessary for living a life of authenticity and fulfillment. When we hide our light, we not only deny ourselves the joy of being fully alive, but we also deprive the world of the unique contributions we are meant to make. To live with purpose is to find what truly matters to you and to pursue it wholeheartedly. It's about identifying your values and allowing them to guide your decisions and actions. This might mean choosing a career that aligns with your passion, engaging in volunteer work, or simply being a supportive friend or family member. What matters is not the scale of your actions, but the sincerity behind them. As Mahatma Gandhi wisely said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. When we dedicate ourselves to something greater than our own self-interest, we discover a profound sense of fulfillment and peace. In today's fast-paced world, it can be tempting to measure our worth by external achievements, wealth, status, or recognition. But true courage is found in the willingness to look within and to live in alignment with our highest principles, even if it means taking the road less traveled. This path may not always be smooth, but it is in navigating these challenges that we find growth and resilience. Remember that your life is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring. By living with purpose and courage, you not only enrich your own life, but also inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of authenticity and the impact of a life well lived. So, never underestimate the power of your actions. Believe in the value of your unique contribution and let your light shine brightly, for you never know whose path you might illuminate along the way. By reflecting on these lessons and applying them in our daily lives, we can move closer to a life of purpose, peace, and profound connection with ourselves and others. The journey towards enlightenment is ongoing, and every moment is an opportunity to deepen our understanding and share our light with the world. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this video. The Zen story of the half moon on your thumbnail is more than just a captivating tale. It's a profound reminder to look within and embrace the journey of enlightenment, compassion, and courage. Remember, whether or not you have the half moon mark, you carry the potential to illuminate the world around you with your wisdom and kindness. If you found this video insightful, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, The Journey of Wisdom. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos, where we'll continue to explore stories and teachings that inspire a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. Thank you for joining us on this path of wisdom and reflection. Namaste.